You know how whenever somebody keep asking you, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean. No, sis. We don't. We don't know what you mean. And on this one, no. On this one, no. No. What's going on, guys? It's your girl, Just Koi here. And hey, kids, the corner. We're here. We're live. We're in it to win it. Exams is over. I can breathe again. I hope you guys are feeling good, doing good like I feel I'm doing and living and trying to be, which is better than I was yesterday. But anyway, I wanted to come to you guys and give you a little bit of something today. If you're not new to the corner, what's going on, kid? How you feeling? Are new to the corner? What's going on, kid? How you feeling? Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. And don't forget to put your bell on. Why my head keep moving so much? Hold still. The reason why I want the kids gathered here today is because it recently came to my attention that Wendy Williams has made commentary about Megan Markle. And not only has Wendy Williams made commentary, Candace Owens has also made commentary. And right now, I really want black women to not do what they're doing, which is putting each other down. And I mean, this is an age-old thing of where black women don't want black women to go against each other. However, I feel like in this way, I just cannot support Wendy Williams anymore. Like, I can't continue to play into the system that she represents. I just can't. I don't have details. I don't have notes. Y'all probably know more about the situation more than I do. I literally am just giving my opinion on the whole entire situation. Ultimately, I want to say I love all parties involved. Wendy Williams, Candace Owens, Megan Markle. I love all y'all, want nothing but the best for y'all, but I gotta be real about this. And as a supporter and a fan of everyone's platform, from both sides being able to disagree and agree with you, I gotta let y'all know, like, Wendy, you're a problem. Like, I don't think anybody in the black community, or I don't know if you've taken it seriously, which at this point I doubt that you have. You're problematic. At this point, it's just old. Wendy Williams went on her show, of course, her show, and in one of her segments, I believe she talked about it on Hot Topics. She discussed how Nicki Minaj is married now. I'm gonna give her genuine props for that. Congratulations to Nicki Minaj becoming the new Mrs. Petty. I think that's her husband's official. I think that's her husband's last name. It's Petty. I'm not no type of bitter Betty. I can't sit there and say one thing about her and not be able to lift her up at the same time. I'm all for black love in every way that it comes, as long as it's healthy. So I mean, hey, sister went off and she eloped or she did whatever. She's happy. But anyways, on Wendy's show of Hot Topics, she was discussing that. And then the next subject that she went into was about Megan Markle. From my understanding, Megan Markle made a documentary about her life and about her experience being the new princess. And we all know Megan Markle. She's our black princess. She married Prince Harry. She's had his son, you know, so she's officially established in the royal family now that she's produced an heir. Wendy decided to comment on a portion of Megan's interview that she gave. I think it's a special on Netflix, or it was, about her experience in the tabloids, and how when she first got engaged, and I believe it was what Megan said. Megan said when she first got engaged, she was very happy, and her friends were happy for her, but she had a British friend who was a little hesitant and was like, you know, I'm happy you're happy, but be careful because the British tabloids, you know, they'll destroy you. And she said she had no idea. Like, what are you talking about? Like, we have American tabloids, like we have American paparazzi, like it's the same thing. Paparazzi is paparazzi. Wendy decided to comment on this, and her comments really broke my heart. So to give myself context and to give you guys some context, I watched the little bloop, the little clip that they put up on Wendy's YouTube page to have an idea of what exactly she said, because I saw it was floating around. I think I saw it on the Shade Room. A couple of my friends had shared it on Instagram and Facebook. And Wendy Williams had made these kind of comments about Megan Markle. And then I started looking up the issue, and I found out that Candace Owens also said something. I don't know what Candace said. Honestly, I didn't go that far into it. This is literally just based off of what and how I feel from what Wendy said on her show. I'm more over Wendy because at this point, it's like, you're such a hypocrite. It's not funny. Like, it's not cute. Like, it's old. Like, I don't know how much else to say. It's old. Like, your hypocrisy is dust filled. Like, it bothers me that you can sit here and still be and think and like live in this world where you're right all the time. I find it so funny, and I'm calling her a hypocrite, and a lot of people are like, what do you mean? Like, a lot of people be like, wait, Wendy's not a hypocrite, she's real. Okay, so Wendy said that the friend who gave caution to Megan about the British tabloids, not about the relationship. The reason why I'm saying Wendy is a hypocrite is because the things that she said, the what she was saying to Megan about the situation, about her life. Like, Wendy, you're oh my gosh. Like, I'm going to do this as respectfully as possible as I can. I'm going to keep my mouth from using profanity because you are my elder. You're also a black woman. You're also someone that has power and influence, and you have absolutely carved and made a name for yourself in the industry. So I'm going to do my absolute best to treat you with the most respect. But what I will say and let you know is being completely honest and fully respectfully, you're a hypocrite and you're full of shit. Because when you sat there and said to her via TV, you sat there and said to her that her friend was a hater, yet and still you have an entire section on your show called Ask Wendy, and you give people opinions about their relationships. And I've witnessed you, and I remember when I wanted to be on the show, just to be able to come on the show and watch from the audience, I watched you say and heard you say, as countless of other thousands of millions of people have heard you say, you've told people to leave their relationships. You told people that that's not gonna work, that doesn't need, that guy's not for you. You know, you said this stuff. So the fact that you sat there and called her friend a hater, her friend is a hater for cautioning her about the British tabloids, not about the relationship. It was about the tabloids. How is her friend a hater, Wendy? What are we getting at? Because literally not even, like, what was it, 15, however many minutes later, you sat there and said in another comment in one of your videos, like about somebody else, that they needed to leave the person they were with. So what is the difference between you and them? And how is that friend a hater and you're giving good advice? It's my thing. Like, what's the difference between a friend giving a friend advice and somebody being a hater? Because either way, right now, it's looking real shifty if you let Wendy tell it. I also cringed at the fact that she sat there with a straight face and said, nobody feels bad for you. Wendy, the entire tri-state area and across the nation felt bad for you. That your husband was having an affair that you knew about, but you victimized, you played victim to anyway because he had a baby. Everybody felt for you. You relapsed. Everybody felt for you. Everybody felt for you. They were dragging you through the tabloids, talking about why you didn't want to talk about the situation, calling you a hypocrite from then because you didn't want to put your business on Front Street when you knew it was in the tabloids. Everybody felt bad for you. Most people did. I know I was here with it because I'm like, well, this is the game she in, so I can't be mad at people talking about her business. However, it wasn't cool and it wasn't right that her husband did what he did. Either way, like, I don't care what we got going on. You don't embarrass me in front. Like, you keep your mess private. Most people felt bad for you and supported you fully behind your divorce and all this other good stuff and empowered you and stood with you and everything else. And so the fact that you sat there and you said to another African-American woman that we don't feel bad for you, that you're being slandered in the British tabloids, like, it scares him and it makes Harry himself aware and cautious because he knows what happens with his mother. This is not something where you get to say from across the pond, Wendy, that nobody feels bad for you. You can say you don't feel bad for her, then don't sit here and expect anybody else to feel bad for you either. I do not like this. Like, I'm so over this culture, bruh. I'm so over rumor culture. I'm so over drama. I'm so over it. Like, we are all people. I don't care how much money you have in your bank account. I really don't. It doesn't make you a better person than me. It doesn't make you smarter than me. It doesn't make you prettier than me. It doesn't make you better than me just because you got more money than me. That has nothing to do with it. Just because you're considered the queen of talk radio has nothing to do with the fact that what you said was jacked up. Because if anybody else said that about you and you was going through your situation, you would have been sitting here on a soapbox crying me a river talking about the fact that another black woman said something to you as a black woman. Wendy, I've heard you say certain things on your show as a black woman. We need to do as a black woman. We need to do. You're so friggin' flip-floppy. It's bad, Miss Williams. Miss Williams is really bad. It's really, really bad. There was a portion of the segment of the show where Wendy decided, for whatever reason, because, you know, I watched this and I honestly sat back and I said, wow, she's so arrogant and so insecure. And constant need of validation is really disappointing and really, really saddening for a woman of her age, to need so much validation from people that honestly don't really give a shit about you. But there was a portion of the segment where she starts talking about how Megan wanted to be the fashion consultant or something like that on the Wendy Williams show for their runway. Now, I don't remember when Wendy had a runway. I feel like it was years ago, so I feel like this is old. I feel like this is old shit that was just dug up from the backyard and put on the front lawn like it's relevant, and it's not. Wendy decided to have Suzanne tell the story of how Megan wanted to or offered to want to be the fashion consultant on the show. She was fresh off of the show Suits, and so they tried to make it seem like nobody knew who she was. Suzanne, again, like I said, relaxed, like, oh, okay, who's this? Who are you, Suzanne? But anyways, decided to tell the story of how Megan wanted to do the show as the fashion consultant, and by the time they got back to her to book her, she was engaged. I have no idea what was the point of bringing up the fact that this young woman wanted to work on your show. The fact that this young woman respected you enough and also understood that she has a valuable platform and opinion to contribute to your show, that you felt the need to try and throw that in there as if she was nobody, which she wasn't. Meghan Markle had a very well-established career before there was a Prince Harry. So let's just cut that in the bud, as if her marrying a prince now all of a sudden made her relevant. She was relevant to a lot of people. Just say she wasn't on your radar, not that she wasn't on anybody's radar. Bringing up that whole story, it's like, what was the point of that? What did that have to do with the slice of bread and cheese? Like, what did that have to do with anything? Like, I was sitting there, like, honestly, genuinely confused. Like, what? I'm trying to be respectful, because it would be way too easy to do what Wendy does. All you gotta do is not care about the consequences of what you say to people. You ain't gotta care about how they feel. You ain't gotta care about how they gonna take it, because people got this false ass reality of thinking that because you could say shit that's fucked up, that make you real and honest. No, that's not how being real works. That's being cruel, being harsh, being mean, because the reality of the situation is, I know my mama taught me this, and I know a lot of black mamas and their grandmamas and their great grandmamas taught them this too. You ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. But because you've made your entire career out of saying bull about people, whether it was true or not, I can't really sit here and tell you, Miss Williams of all people, to not say anything about somebody if you don't have anything nice to say, because you just say whatever you want. Whether it's appropriate or not, you know, it's not about anyone's feelings. It's like you sitting here asking people, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even think you know what you mean, because I don't think you know what you're talking about, because you have to understand, at the end of the day, Wendy Williams, you are a talk show host, syndicated TV talk show host, syndicated radio personality, but personality nonetheless, right? You are known as a A-list celebrity per our standards. You're recognized, your name is recognized, and you're allowed into a lot of places internationally because of who you are. But at the end of the day, you're a regular, schmegular, degular black woman in America. Meghan Markle is a whole duchess. Like, sis is in a over two. Do you know how old that world is? Do you know how long established the royal family is? Like, do you understand how old the queen is? Like, she been running since she was in like her 20s, bro, and she's like 100. Like, bruh, you have no idea. Wendy, you're out of your league. You don't know what you're talking about. The British tabloids are not like the American tabloids and American paparazzi. It's just not. So you sitting here saying you don't feel bad for her? I feel bad for you. I really do. I feel bad for you, because the fact that you can't have compassion, sitting here saying this girl knew what she was getting into. How, Wendy? How would she know what she was getting into? She's been an American born and raised girl her whole entire life. She found love with the prince of another country. How is she supposed to know what goes on over there? Do you even understand what's going on in her life right now when it comes down to raising her kids? What she has to do, the public appearances, how she has to carry herself, the schooling that she went into just to be able to marry this man? It wasn't like a fly-by-day, I love you, you love me, we get married, boom, blah, we have kids, we can enjoy the rest of our life. Here, Wendy gonna sit here and say, oh, you know, if it's so bad over there, you guys could just move to America. What are you talking about? You have no idea how the royal family runs. You don't understand. The fact that I understand, and a lot of black people that are aware of European culture understand how important and how big of a thing that it is that this woman, whether she be fully black or partially black or whatever the case may be, this black woman is the princess, is a duchess. You don't feel bad for her? Wow. You don't feel bad for her. And everybody in that audience, I don't even think they was really agreeing with you. I think they clapped because you stopped talking. You know, like that. You know what I mean? Oh, she waiting for validation. Yeah, girl. Yes. I think that's what happened. I don't think it was necessarily a unanimous decision to support this, that nobody supports Meghan Markle and nobody believes her. I will say this, I believe and support Meghan Markle. I know I'm nobody. I'm not as big as a Wendy Williams or anything like that, but I think that as from one black woman to another black woman to another black woman, like, this shit has got to fucking stop. Like, we have to stop supporting. I'm not trying to say to stop Wendy's bag, but I'm saying the culture of things like this, that where we put each other down, where we entertain this type of stuff, where we think this is okay. Like, I'm not saying you gotta believe everything everybody say all the time, but what I'm saying is we don't have to publicly embarrass each other. We don't have to defame each other in a way that makes it seem as if our causes have no point, because God forbid something happened to Meghan Markle, bruh. But nobody felt bad for her, right? Because everybody was clapping and joking and laughing on the Wendy show. That's really all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I meant no disrespect to Wendy Williams, Meghan Markle. I didn't even touch on Candace Owens and what she said. 'Cause like I said, I don't know what she said. Full and total respect. Like, Wendy, like, that wasn't okay. Like, I've had problems with you in the past for the stuff that you've allowed to sit on your couch and what you've allowed people to say and on your show, and even what you've said out of your own mouth. Like, it's made me be like, wow, like, okay. But this, no, this was too much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think Wendy Williams has a point with what she said about Meghan Markle and about not feeling bad for Meghan Markle? Or do you feel like Meghan actually probably is going through some real life stuff over there, and the fact that Wendy Williams, a black woman with a platform like herself, said there on national television that she doesn't feel bad for her and basically like she doesn't support her, like that, does it also tear up at your heartstrings? Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna get on out of here. My head is all over the place. I'm sure this video was kind of all over the place, but Wendy Williams upset me. I respect her. I respect everything that she's done for the industry, but at the same time, like, I gotta call a spade, and Miss Williams, that was really fucked up of you. That was fucked up to say. Until next time, you guys, deuces.